Hello, my name is Trisha Orcajo, and welcome to the Titan Moon Mission Exploration Podcast. In this video, I will discuss to you how Saturn's largest moon, Titan, has some similarities with our planet Earth. Through this, we may be able to identify the features that Titan has which are similar to Earth, making it a planet-like moon. Scientists believe that Titan has no seas or pools of methane or ethane. The water is impossible to flow and would be frozen because of its low surface temperature. Moreover, through Titan's atmosphere and bodies of liquids, scientists would be able to identify if life can exist there. Titan is one of the 53 moons of Saturn and its largest moon. It is the second largest moon in our solar system after Ganymede of Jupiter. It has an equatorial radius of 2,575 kilometers or 1,600 miles. It is bigger than our own moon and even the planet Mercury. It is said that Titan has a lot of similar conditions with the Earth. Titan is the only moon in our solar system that has a planet-like qualities, such as clouds and dense atmosphere, which are the same with other planets. Although it has a lot of planet-like qualities, its surface temperature is cold enough to freeze water. The surface temperature is about negative 289 Fahrenheit degrees or negative 178 degrees Celsius. Titan is surrounded by a thick, orange hazy atmosphere, impenetrable by telescopes and cameras that kept its surface a mystery for Earth scientists until the arrival of the Cassini mission. Titan is known for having rich organic compounds, which includes methane and other hydrocarbons. This mission's goal is to explore if an alternate form of life could exist with liquid methane instead of water in other biological cells or parts. This mission will also investigate how these organic compounds could help to form a bacterial life, making alien life possible. Scientists like NASA have goals to find conditions that are consistent with the presence of that life. However, they need furthermore evidence to prove life have already existed there based on the methogens that they found. They believe that a net migration of hydrogen onto the surface is what needed for the methogens to suck it as a food. NASA has four explanations about their aims for observations. First, one would be that hydrogen migration might not really be happening. Second, to find out what are the factors that could be pulling or pushing hydrogen towards the surface. Third is to see some kind of surface chemistry rather than living organisms could be eating up the hydrogen. And fourth is to find life on Titan. Hydrogen molecule is believed to be flowing down through Titan's atmosphere and disappears at the surface. NASA suggested that hydrogen consumption is important because it's the obvious gas for life to consume on Titan, just like how we consume oxygen on Earth. This mission concentrates on finding if life could exist in Titan because of its similarities with our Earth. It will focus on the chemical and physical properties that Titan has and how all its organic compounds react with each other, producing life for organisms that could exist to be a methane-based life form. Titan is of great interest to scientists because it is the only moon in the solar system known to have clouds and a mysterious thick planet-like atmosphere. This moon is also a good for those who are interested for extraterrestrial life. This mission would be using a spacecraft that would launch with a probe, which will be able to penetrate the thick atmosphere layers of Titan. This kind of method was already used in the Cassini-Huygens mission back in 1997. The probe was designed to gather data for a few hours in the atmosphere and short time at the surface. An infrared spectrometer and neutral mass spectrometer are also needed to identify the densities of hydrogen in the different parts of the atmosphere and the surface. Titan's surface has been described as complex, fluid processed, and geologically young. Its atmosphere is thick and impenetrable, making it hard for the astronomical instruments to enter. Through this mission, we'll see how Titan's surface is being actively transformed by geological processes. There are features that seem volcanic in origin. Scientists seem to discover that Titan's surface is being replaced by lava flows. However, this kind of lava is different from the Earth and has never seen before. These volcanoes are known to be as cryovolcano. They are cold volcanoes. This lava is water mixed with ammonia, lowering the water freezing temperature from 0 degrees Celsius to a negative 100 degrees Celsius. Another thing that makes Titan an interesting moon is its Earth-like atmosphere. In this way, scientists hope that Titan's unique chemistry will provide clues to understand the first vital steps to the road of life. They want to see how what's going on Titan right now could be also the way how Earth started. Examinations gathered by the scientists has also shown that Titan's surface is relatively smooth. The few objects that seem to be impact craters appear to have been filled in, perhaps by raining hydrocarbons or volcanoes. Titan's surface is marked by wide regions of bright and dark landscape. Titan has no magnetic field. It is also known to be having a plenty methane lakes, which are mainly in its southern pole. Large areas of Titan's surface are covered with sand dunes made by hydrocarbon. These dunes on Titan may be resemble to the ones that Namibian desert in Africa have. Methane serves as liquid on Titan. It evaporates and forms clouds, which results to methane rain. This moon doesn't receive much sunlight. It is dim in Titan. Climate is mostly driven by the changes in the amount of light that Titan receives that accompanies the seasons. This mission would need a remote sensing infrared radar imaging. A mothership like Cassini would be able to tear down into Titan's thick haze. An infrared spectrometer and ion neutral mass spectrometer is also needed to measure the density of hydrogen in the atmosphere and its surface, since hydrogen is very important for life to consume on Titan. An atmospheric probe like Huygens probe is needed to record data on Titan's atmosphere and little bit of its surface. Some obstacles would be Titan's distance from the sun. This means that Titan doesn't have enough sunlight for life to exist, and so Titan is a cold moon which lacks carbon dioxide. These are one of the reasons why scientists also think that Titan is less likely to be a habitat for life. Thus, Titan will remain to be of great interest in understanding the early history of the terrestrial biosphere. It is thought that conditions on Titan could become more habitable in the far future if the Sun increases its temperature reaches 6 billion years from now and become a red giant star. Titan's temperature could increase enough for stable oceans to exist on the surface. According to some models, if this happens, conditions in Titan could be similar to Earth's, allowing conditions favorable for some forms of life. Thank you for listening for the Titan moon exploration. We will have further more information about Titan for the upcoming missions that will be launched in the far future. Thus, what important is that we now know that Titan is an amazing moon like our planet Earth. There are still mysteries about Titan that remains to be unsolved, but can be determined as new technologies gets better. Please stay tuned for other upcoming updates about Titan. Have a nice day.